Good evening, I am Su Jin Kim. This is Newsfeed Weekend. Davao City Representative Pulong Duterte is under fire after an individual filed a complaint before the Department of Justice accusing him of physical injuries and grave threats. But instead of denying the claims, Duterte said he has yet to receive a copy of the formal complaint. Duterte revealed that his legal team is still verifying the source of the video and has not yet made any comment on whether the allegations are true. According to the complainant, Duterte repeatedly headbutted, punched, and kicked him for nearly 2 hours and even threatened him with a knife. The incident allegedly took place last February at a bar in Davao City. The complainant added that Duterte turned off the establishment's CCTV before the beating and later handed him 1,000 pesos for each blow. He reportedly did not seek medical attention nor file the case immediately out of fear. Prosecutor General Richard Fadolion confirmed the complaint has been received and is being evaluated by the DOJ. The Philippine National Police has gone on full alert 9 days before the national and local elections on May 12. The PNP said the full alert status took effect at 12:01 a.m. today and will remain in place until 11:59 p.m. on May 15. This move is in compliance with the directive of President Bongbong Marcos to ensure the smooth conduct of the elections. PNP Chief General Romel Barbil said that they're closely working with the Commission on Elections and other government agencies to maintain order. As part of the full alert status, police reactionary standby support forces, quick reaction forces, and regional units have been directed to be on standby and ready to respond to any untoward incidents. Heightened police presence is expected in polling centers and other critical areas. The PNP has also called on the public to remain vigilant, report any suspicious activity, and cooperate with law enforcement to ensure a safe and secure election day. The National Maritime Council is calling out China for spreading what it describes as clear disinformation after Beijing claimed it has seized control of Sandy Cay in the West Philippine Sea. In a statement, the council accused China of using its state-controlled media to mislead both its own people and the international community, insisting that Sandy Cay remains an integral part of Philippine territory. The council explained that China's claim, backed only by the raising of a flag and conducting waste collection, was a propaganda stunt to project control despite being illegal under international law. The NMC also pointed to environmental damage around Pag-asa Island, blaming the persistent swarming of Chinese vessels, including destruction caused by China's massive island building in nearby Zamora Reef. It urged Beijing to respect the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, the 2016 Hague Arbitral Ruling, and the 2002 Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea. Sandy Cay sits just 2 nautical miles from Pag-asa Island and, according to Philippine officials, remains under the country's lawful control. A counter-landing live-fire exercise was held in Aparri, Cagayan on Saturday. The activity is part of Balikatan 40 2025, which highlights the cooperation and interoperability between the United States and the Philippine Armed Forces. In today's joint drills, U.S. and Filipino troops worked together in a scenario aimed at preventing enemy forces from gaining a foothold in northern Luzon. Missiles and other ammunition were fired at moving targets at sea, on land, and in the air, including drones. American fighter jets, including F-18s and F-16s, participated alongside Philippine Army land assets. The exercise concluded with gunfire from both Philippine and U.S. Army Corps, simulating the last line of defense. While it is anticipated that China may react to the ongoing exercise, especially since Aparri faces Taiwan, the Balikatan exercise emphasized that the joint drills are not directed at any specific country.
China is free to think whatever it wants, but we are exercising our rehearsal for a ground defense. Nothing more has to be interpreted from the exercise that we just conducted.
Today marks World Press Freedom Day, but the Philippines remains a dangerous place for journalists. Despite the celebration, threats and intimidation continue to loom, with press freedom under constant challenge. Ivy Reyes has the report.
While the number of journalists killed since President Marcos Jr. took office stands at 5, one death remains too many, according to UP journalism professor Danilo Araw.
The threat and the harassment and intimidation may not be as brazen as the time of Duterte because we do not have a foul-mouthed president anymore. but the threat still exists.
From July 2022 to April 2025, data from the Center for Media Freedom and Responsibility report 184 cases of threats against media workers, 78 of which came from state agents. Meanwhile, Otto identified two challenges faced by journalists today. First, artificial intelligence.
If there's one thing that AI or generative AI cannot duplicate, that would be critical thinking.
Second, the Marcos admin's move to regulate the media. On April 28, the palace put on hold its latest accreditation memo after drawing flack from the press. The memo stated that only media outfits that have been operating for at least 5 years and journalists with prior experience in the politics beat can cover the president.
Media accreditation in Malacanang should also be exposed for what it is. It's a way to repress the media.
Otto also said the House hearings and fake news shouldn't be taken at face value because these are in fact subtle ways for the government to shape public opinion by convincing people of a need to regulate the press. Otto believes that self-regulation is still the best way to go. When it comes to protecting the media, Otto adds, this administration is no different from the previous one because while Marcos Jr. is quiet, media repression remains loud. Ivy Reyes, Billionaire News Channel.
And those are the news this hour. I am Su Jin Kim. Stay tuned. Billionaire News Channel is on Free TV, Channel 31, Cignal Channel 24, Converge 74, and SkyCable Channel 33. Also check our website, bnc.ph. Good evening.